We're here at the Billie Holiday Theater in Bed-Stuy on Fulton Street, and I'm joined by Executive Director Dr. Etwarro. Thank you for joining me today. Tell me a little bit about what this theater means to the community here in Bed-Stuy.
The Billie Holiday Theater is a year-long destination that has the privilege of being a theater home to the largest Black community in the nation. That is something we take with great pride and responsibility. And so it becomes a destination to convene audiences, not only locally, but from throughout New York City. And sometimes we have audiences traveling from as far as Georgia coming to join us. And we've had audience members fly in from Toronto and Holland just for special projects that we're doing. So we think of ourselves as this incredible local, but also global village that allows the stories of people of African descent to be at the very center of the work that we're doing.
Why name it after someone like Billie Holiday?
You know, the Billie Holiday Theater was founded at a time where there was racial unrest in this country. We were seeing race riots happening in Bed-Stuy. We understood that we were coming out of the civil rights movement and moving into the Black Power movement, the Black arts movement, and Black theaters were cropping up across the country. Billie Holiday has a history and a legacy of being not only a dynamic musician, but someone who understood how to tell a story about social justice and about equity and equality and put that at the forefront, even if it wasn't popular. I'm reminded often when asked this question of the 1939 piece Strange Fruit that she did.
There's strange fruit.
And how that piece, when she was having it performed in cafes, and many people did not want her to add that piece Strange Fruit to the album that she was producing at the time. And when she would perform it in cafes, she would stop the wait staff and the lights would go dim. And then she would start it and the lights would come up on her. At the end of the song, they would fade to black and she would be gone. And that always makes me think metaphorically, Naeem, of who we are as a people and how our stories are often hidden and invisibilized and not seen or heard. And so she starts in that place and then she puts a spotlight on it. This practice of lynching in a country and the practices of Jim Crow and what it meant to be a Black artist in 1939 and what it meant to be a Black woman in 1939 and a Black person on American soil in 1939. And here we are in 2018 and some of the challenges that we're still dealing with as a Black community are still relevant.
There ain't nothing I can do or nothing I can say that folks don't criticize me.
Do you think that she is someone that is given the recognition that maybe some other artists of her time are given? Do you think she is underrated at all?
I don't know that I think of her history in that way. I think that those who know history and know jazz and blues history know how she redefined that genre and how she was a catalyst in terms of moving it forward. So if she's not known by the mainstream, it might mean that the mainstream just doesn't quite know its history yet.
The place is named after Billie Holiday. We just talked about her history.
Yeah.
What about, I mean, I feel like having that kind of a name also, I don't want to say put pressure, but it says this is a place where you want to get quality, you want to serve the community. How does this theater serve the community here in Bed-Stuy?
Yeah, so we're at this incredible moment. Last year we relaunched the Billie Holiday Theater, reimagining it as a world-class institution for the community, built on this notion of local arts equity, that our community has the right, it is their privilege to have great art as a part of their everyday lives. We understand how art can transform not only individual lives, but communities. We know data that suggests that crime rates drop when there is a cultural anchor and an arts anchor in a community. We know that high school graduation rates increase when young people are exposed to arts. So we see it not only in terms of producing excellent art, but also producing thriving, robust communities. And Bed-Stuy is a community that is steeped. It is such a cultural richness, history here, richness. Lena Horne was born here. Max Roach, Eubie Blake. So it has this incredible cultural richness. We see ourselves as not reinventing the wheel, but carrying the torch into the 21st century and carrying the torch forward and making sure that this next generation, that they understand the power that they've emerged out of and the cultural richness of their story.
When he starts in to love me, he is so fine.